Yeah, we'll win. How do I know? Because we're Americans. That's why. Because we are Americans. Because we were born with the arrogance in our DNA to believe that our freedom was granted by God, and there's no scumbag, bureaucrat, politician that can tell us what we can do and not do, even though we've allowed them, and they're going to take it away from us. That's the arrogance in our DNA. And when pushed to the wall, there's nowhere for them to go. That's why they're trying to do it like a snake, slithering through the grass to try to get in behind you, cut off all exit routes, to try to box you in. A very few amount of these people. Very few amount. Let's say at 10,000 people and 50 snakes blocking your exit. What happens? Well, you charge them. And you get hands-on, you get them all, and you take them down. Somebody going to get bit? Yeah, absolutely. Is somebody going to die from venomous poison? Some are. But not before somebody knifes the heads off of these snakes and finishes it. But you don't have to wait until that happens. Your voice will do it now. And for those cabal players out there, trust me, it's much better for them too. Because at least they will cowardly, when the numbers are against them, their courage is no longer intact. They'll give up. They'll throw their hands up in the air. They'll give up. Bullies and cowards always, they work that way. They act that way. They have no choice. It's in their DNA, just the way it's in their DNA to basically bully the masses, the sheep that'll sit back and take it. It's easy to be tough in that situation when you know you can't lose. But when the tide turns and enough patriots step up and they're pissed off, what do? They're going to stand there and fight to the death? Nah, they don't have that conviction. You do. They don't. So, the one thing that they have to fear is if it goes that way. If it gets that far and goes that way, for them, they lose the protection of the Constitution of the United States, for the United States of America, to protect them. There are no laws that'll protect them. There are zero rules of engagement. None. Hands up in the air, can't take them out. You watch what happens when an American patriot has his family and his kids and his house behind him on his own grass, and you're coming to take them or kill them. What do you think happens? Nobody escapes. If you're the UN here, you're Chinese students, the hundreds of thousands of you that are here with your CCP handlers, and you've been trained, if you make that move, just trust me, you're not going home. You're never going to see your family again. You don't want to unleash the fury of the United States citizen. They're going to wake up. They're going to wake up. I'm trying to get people to wake up now so we don't have to get there. Because at least the players that are on the other side that are working for these scumbags, some of them have been backed into a corner. Some have been threatened, their families bribed. Those people can go fork themselves if they're took bribes. But if they've been threatened, their lives been threatened, their family threatened. We're going to have Judy Mikovits on Friday. She's the one that outed Fauci and the CDC as a criminal empire. She's going to come on. I talked to her yesterday, 2 days ago, for an hour. And the way it works is what they did up to her in Santa Barbara, this cop, this airport cop. I covered this last night, so I'm not even going to get emotional about that bullshit. But so what do? They conduct themselves like criminals in their paperwork and everything else, so there's no record of what they did. And look at her stature. What do you think they'd be willing to do to you? But we're going to have her on Friday. It's going to be a good show. By the way, we'll be on with Nino tomorrow night, the roundtable. Going to have Prime Minister on tomorrow night on the roundtable. We're going to have Crystal Tini on the roundtable tomorrow night. Thursday night. Friday's going to be Judy. Wait till you hear this story. So that's what we're facing here, folks. That's what we're facing. Here's the thing. We are a peaceful lot of people. Patriot street fighters are peaceful. I got something to show you. Showed this last night. Some of you saw it, some of you didn't. So we now have taken possession of the very first prototype We the People peace pipe.